Good morning, ma'am. Today I am here to represent the topic aromaticity in five-membered rings. Throughout my discussion, I would discuss the various types of heterocyclic structures for the aromaticity purpose. We will discuss these structures first, taking it through the different types of diagrams as well as the resonance structures, and then I will be explaining that why a particular structure is more aromatic than a particular different one, and hereby at the end of the topic we shall be able to conclude the aromaticity order of these particular compounds as well as in comparison to benzene, while we shall also conclude how a particular structure is also more reactive than the other in case of heterocyclic reactions. My entire presentation will depend and conclude these following topics. So for the better understanding of this topic, we shall be referring to some notes that I have made for this particular topic, and some diagrams that I will be showing on my laptop screen. I hope it gives a clear vision of the particular topic that I am going to present. So here we start. So we shall be beginning with the particular topic of this aromatic five-membered ring heterocycles. Here we first come to the structures of the particular compounds of five-membered rings where we find pyrrole, furan and thiophene. As we see it written, all of these structures are the five-membered ring heterocycles which have the three pairs of delocalized electrons. You can see the delocalized pi electrons are present for any of these structures. You'll see there are two particular double bonds which have this two double bonds in each structure, and there is one lone pair which is containing the delocalized pi electron, as you see. But as you find in furan and thiophene, there are two lone pairs. But we need to understand here a very important part, that this particular lone pair, which is in excess to the one lone pair that is already present in all of them, is not delocalized but localized. Let us understand how it is by a simple diagram. So here, as you find, this is the orbital structure of pyrrole, and here is the orbital structure of furan. As you find in furan, as I am focusing on this, you can see that those electrons that are part of the pi cloud are the ones that are involved in delocalization. That is the ones which I have represented in my diagram as inside the furan structures. These are the ones that are delocalized. But what happens to the ones that are outside the ring? As you find here in this diagram, those electrons are in sp2 orbital perpendicular to the p orbitals. We'll go for the detailed discussion of this, but for now, as of now, we'd like to tell that these particular electrons are in orbital which is perpendicular to the p orbital, that is to the electron cloud, and hence due to not a proper orientation, these particular electrons do not take part in the reaction, or maybe, and hence are not delocalized. They are localized as a part of this structure. First question that comes in our mind is that whether these compounds are aromatic or not. Yes, all of them are aromatic. As we find, all of these compounds are cyclic, planar, and all of them have pi cloud has three pairs of pi electrons. So we are well aware of the Huckel's rule of aromaticity, where we had to 4n plus 2 pi electrons, and all of these three compounds comply with those regulations. Taking reference from Bruce, I would like to conclude few things about pyrrole. Pyrrole, as we see, is a weak base, as all electrons are shown as a part of the pi cloud. We are already aware of the structure where there is no such extra localized lone pair like in the case of the furan or the thiophene. In pyrrole, all of these are part of the pi cloud, and hence what happens is that pyrrole loses its aromaticity when it is protonated. So let us again come back to the structure of pyrrole and give it a little bit wider discussion. So as you can see, this pyrrole structure, as it is clearly mentioned, there is this particular, all of them are sp2 hybridized. As you can clearly see from the diagram, all of them are sp2 hybridized, and what I told before even, that the lone pair that is represented inside a particular diagram is to show delocalization. And those, as you see, the C and N bonds over here are having an sp2-sp2 overlap, and there is one NH bond which is having an sp2s overlap. So what you need to understand here is that there are two types of hybridized bonds available here. One is the sp2-sp2, one another is the sp2s. What you can also see is that the p orbital of each carbon carries a single electron. Therefore, what we can conclude from here is that in case of delocalization and forming a pi cloud, 5 p orbitals are involved, 1 of nitrogen and 4 of carbon. All of this overlap with each other, resulting in the particular delocalization of these pi electrons that you find above. This 5 particular p orbitals are involved in delocalization, and hence we also, by seeing this sextet of delocalized pi electrons, there is, as you can see, there are 6 pi electrons involved, 2 from the double bond, 2 from the lone, 2 plus 2, 4 from the double bonds, and 2 from the lone pair. As you see, there are 6 pi electrons, and all of them very much follow the Huckel's rule, which imparts the aromatic character of the pyrrole. And to conclude, let us once go back to the resonance structures of pyrrole, which are clear from this particular diagram. And I would like to take only few seconds to have a representation of these resonance contributors. As you can see, the movement of electrons from like one pi bond to another, and giving these structures, and as well as the final structure where we find the resonance hybrid. So here is all about pyrrole. I'm really sorry for a particular line that I might have told in the beginning of the video, that delocalized pi electron. It's actually delocalized lone pair of electrons, which I want to correct in this part. What we'd like to go ahead is now, we'd like to come back to the structure of furan. As you see, furan has again 2 sets of double bonds and 2 lone pairs. The lone pair that is represented inside is the one that is delocalized. The one that is outside is localized. Why it is localized, we have already said you before, is that those particular electrons are perpendicular to the p orbital, which is shown outside the ring, in the furan. What you need to understand here, that here the particular bonds are sp2 hybridized. O uses sp2 hybrid orbitals in making the OC bonds. And there is one sp2 orbital of oxygen which contains an unshared pair of electrons, which is orthogonal to the plane of the p orbitals, as we have already shown in the diagram while we are representing that as we have clearly shown you here, these particular electrons are perpendicular to the p orbitals. Hence, there is no chance, or there is no particular orientation in which they could be delocalized, and hence they don't participate in overlap of the 4. Again, as we told, as in the last structure of pyrrole, we say that the overlap of these 5 pi orbitals result in delocalization of these 6 pi electrons, 1 lone pair plus 4 plus the 4 electrons from the double bonds, making this the 6 pi electrons, and hence Huckel's rule of aromaticity is followed. Hereby see the structures of furan and the resonance movements, as well as various canonical forms of this particular structure. I'd like to stay here for a second so that the diagrams are visible. These are the particular ways in which we draw the various canonical forms of furan. Coming back now to the most interesting structure, that's thiophene. Why isn't it interesting? We'll go back to that in few time. First, we like to give a small description again the same part, that there is particular sulfur atom here as a heteroatom. We find there is 2 double bonds again and 2 lone pairs again. We find here that there is delocalized lone pair, as well as localized one. There all are sp2 hybrid orbitals are used. Sc bonds are all sp2 sp2 overlap, and again there are these 5p orbitals that are overlapping to form a delocalized 6 electrons, and again that one lone pair that is represented outside the structure is the one that is orthogonal to this particular p orbitals and hence don't take part in this delocalization. Coming back to the resonance structure of thiophene, we find here the five structures that usually happen in case of this particular resonance hybrid forms and the resonance canonical forms of thiophene. The various canonical forms represented here, and I would like to take a second to represent them right here. So an interesting line that I want to focus at here, that 3d orbitals are present in sulfur. This is a very big thing, as we would want to explain, is that due to the presence of these 3d orbitals, and due to the sulfur being the least electronegative of oxygen and nitrogen, electrons in sulfur readily participate in delocalization using their 3d orbitals, giving us more canonical forms which are represented right here. As I will take a minute to show you, these are the various canonical forms that can happen if 3d orbitals of sulfur are used. What we can also conclude from here is that sulfur containing heterocyclic compound, that is thiophene, has got a more number of canonical forms or structures, and thereby to conclude it is more aromatic than furan and pyrrole. The statistics show very clearly the high aromaticity of thiophene is also evident from its high resonance energy, as we find the resonance energy of thiophene being more than both the pyrrole and furan, standing at 29 kilocalorie per mole. For pyrrole is 22.0 and for furan is 16. Again, to take this discussion to a more general aspect, let us try to compare it with benzene. Benzene has 36.0 kilocalorie per mole, where all the resonance structures are equivalent and hence stands out to be the most aromatic compound of all of this. To come back to the order, we find the benzene greater than thiophene, greater than pyrrole, greater than furan. This is the decreasing order of aromaticity. For our last explanation of why furan is the least one, we'd also like to tell that electronegativity plays a huge role. Oxygen being the most electronegative element, therefore has a very least tendency of delocalization, and that this particular character of oxygen reduces the resonance stabilization of furan, making it the least aromatic. To our last discussion is that what happens with the reactivity. The reactivity order looks a little bit different. It's pyrrole greater than furan, greater than thiophene, greater than benzene. Now why? Because we particularly see that nitrogen is less electronegative than oxygen. I'll not say least, it's less electronegative than oxygen, and hence it easily donates and stabilizes the carbocation that is formed. Also, so the question here now comes is that thiophene thiophene which has sulfur is the least electronegative again. But here we have 3p orbitals. These 3p orbitals do not overlap effectively with the 2p ones due to, as you can see, the change in the principal quantum number from 3 to 2. So effective overlap doesn't take place, and hence thiophenes is in third number. Also benzene shows the least reactivity due to the absence of hetero atom. I hereby conclude that all the necessary topics and the reactivity order as well as aromaticity order are explained. If there is any mistake that might have happened due to negligency or due to any sorts of technical errors, I am highly regretful of that. Hope I have been able to explain all the topics to the best of my ability. And for explaining these topics, I have referred two books. One of them is Bruce. I have gone through a few notes, as well as I've also gone through some for the diagrams. I've taken help from Mehta and Mehta. I have gone through Claydon, as well as I have extracted few material from J.D. March as well. So this is my particular presentation on aromaticity of 5-membered rings, and hope I have been able to explain every topic with the maximum details available and possible. Thank you.